Hi, and welcome to our video, What is COBRA Insurance? Here at COBRAinsurancebenefits.org, we know that navigating the COBRA insurance process and just understanding what COBRA insurance is can be a tricky and difficult process. So in this video, we want to help you to understand the basics of COBRA insurance. So what we're going to cover in our video today is first just exactly that, understanding what COBRA insurance is and also what it isn't. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about COBRA insurance. From there, we'll talk about how to know if you're eligible for COBRA insurance, how to understand how much COBRA insurance costs, and also how to consider some alternatives to COBRA insurance coverage. And then we'll end the video by mapping out some next steps you'll likely want to take before you make an important health insurance decision for you and your family. So let's start out by just talking about what COBRA insurance is. So COBRA insurance is a federal program that was created in 1986 to protect workers and their families from suddenly losing their health insurance if they lost their job, if they were laid off from their job, or if they quit their job. And what it is the option to continue the exact same health insurance plan that you had with your employer. So it's actually not an insurance plan of its own, but it's actually a law that lets you keep the insurance that you had before you were laid off or before you quit. COBRA insurance also is a temporary solution for health insurance, and in most cases it lasts about 18 months. And also an important thing to know about COBRA insurance is that if you opt to continue your health insurance, it will be at full cost to you. So there'll be no employer subsidy or government subsidy to help you pay for it. So now let's talk a little bit about what COBRA insurance isn't. So COBRA insurance, as I previously mentioned, is not a brand new health insurance plan. You're simply continuing the old plan that you had. It also isn't a free or low-cost health insurance plan. In fact, COBRA insurance tends to be very expensive since you're paying the entire premium yourself. COBRA insurance also isn't a long-term health insurance option. It's really just supposed to help you in the short term while you look for other insurance or look for another job where you'll have health insurance. And lastly, contrary to what a lot of people say, it isn't always the best choice for you and your family, and depending on your health needs and your finances, there may be better options for you out there. So let's talk about how you know if you're eligible for COBRA insurance. To do this, you're going to want to ask yourself 3 questions. The first thing you're going to want to ask yourself is, did you work at a company that had at least 20 full-time employees who had health insurance? And if you answer yes to that, then you meet the federal requirement of qualifying plan. Secondly, you're going to want to ask yourself, did I lose or quit my job without the presence of gross misconduct, which would be something like stealing? And if you can answer yes to that question, then you meet the federal requirement for qualifying event. And then finally ask yourself, did you have anyone else on your plan? Your husband or wife, your children, any other dependents? And that is the qualifying beneficiaries requirement, and luckily anyone who's covered on your previous plan can also be covered with COBRA in most cases if you choose to sign up for it. And lastly, you just need to meet all of these requirements if you'd like to use COBRA insurance. So now let's talk a little bit about how much COBRA insurance costs. And to do that, you need to know 3 key numbers. So first, you need to know what you paid for health insurance every month with your company, and that's normally located on your pay stub. And then to that number, you're going to add whatever your employer paid. Again, this is usually located on your pay stub. And then you're going to want to add a 2% administration fee to that number, and that will be your total COBRA health insurance cost. So let's look at a quick example. Let's imagine that every month you paid $75 out of your paycheck for health insurance. In addition, your employer contributed another $425 to cover your health insurance costs, which is a pretty normal number given that most employers cover 80 to 90% of health insurance costs. And on top of that, with a 2% administration fee of $10, your total monthly COBRA insurance cost would be about $510. So at this point, you might be thinking, wow, that is really expensive. Do I have other options? And you definitely do. There's a lot of other health insurance options out there, including state-sponsored plans, individual or family plans, short-term, high-deductible, catastrophic plans. There's really lots of options, and it's going to be up to you to really research those options and those plans to find the thing that is best suited for you. So now that you understand the basics of COBRA insurance, let's just quickly cover what you're going to want to do next after finishing this video. The first thing is really just to map out your family's health insurance needs and really think about each family member, their current health status, if they have any pre-existing conditions, and really what they need out of a health insurance plan. From there, think about if you even qualify for a COBRA, and then calculate your monthly COBRA insurance cost. And then after that, you're going to want to research alternatives and get quotes and really read in detail other plan requirements. And from there, you're going to want to make your decision about COBRA insurance. So thanks for joining us. And if you want to learn more, please visit our website.